What's up, guys? Seth with Spark Solar. We are doing kind of like a podcast, but we don't have a podcast. So I have Tyler Walker, the owner of Drone Roofing here.
How's it going?
And Tyler, what's your actual job title?
I'm the president.
Okay.
It's Drone Roofing and Construction LLC, and I'm the president.
Okay.
My wife is the vice president.
Okay, that's right.
Yes.
Okay, I need to make my wife the vice president.
She tries to keep me in line.
Yeah, it's not easy, right?
No.
You're a cowboy, bro. You got them boots on. Can't tie down a cowboy.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
From Granbury, Texas. Where are you from?
Well, I grew up outside of Toller.
Oh, okay.
Out on a dairy farm.
Yeah.
So I'm a.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What the heck?
My granddad came back from the war and with his GI Bill.
Yeah.
Bought some land and we dairy farmed.
Fun fact.
I never really.
I'm actually glad I'm asking you this question right now because that's a good conversation piece. We grew up on a dairy farm.
Yeah, dude.
Dairy farms need solar.
They do. Too bad we're not.
And you
up and
are out
running
of the
anymore.
business, aren't you?
Do what?
Your family sold off, didn't they?
Well, no, we still have the dairy and
Okay.
everything, but it's not up and running. We just it's just a farm now, you know.
Okay, because I hear all of the local dairy farmers, the majority of them have got bought out or either sold to.
Right.
There's a specific people group.
Couldn't tell you.
There's a specific people group that are buying dairies.
Yeah. They like milk. I don't know.
Like they're not French, German. There's a lot of. Is it Germans down there?
Possible.
Okay. I don't know. I ran back in the day. I was selling fire retardant uniforms and toiletries and stuff with UniFirst.
Really?
I hit up all.
I did not
I hit
know
up
that.
all the dairies, and to see if I could get them some uniforms, and most of them were not local. They weren't American. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dutch. Is that right?
Probably Dutch is.
Yeah.
There's
a lot
like
of Dutch.
They like milk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. The purpose of this podcast here, I don't want to call it a podcast. We'll call it
It's just an informational. I mean, we're just letting people know, kind of what we're doing and how we work together. And
Tyler, what is this? What are we doing right now? Live stream. All right. The purpose of this live stream is to talk about commercial solar and commercial roofing. Those are two things that I believe that we think a lot of business owners and homeowners don't know a lot about. A lot of business owners, when it comes to getting information on their roof, aren't familiar with the roof material, how it was installed, how much it's going to cost, how to even go about getting a real legitimate quote.
Especially when insurance is involved, because it's kind of one-sided. The insurance kind of makes it to the point to where it's hard for anybody to understand.
Right.
And so they really have to have, whether it's an public adjuster, someone with a roofing company, a roofing consultant, they need someone to explain the process and everything that's involved, because
it's confusing.
It's not simple. It's a very complex thing.
So this video is going to be relevant to you if you have friends or family that are not just business owners, but own commercial buildings, or work in a commercial or business setting where there's a roof, right? And then we're also going to spin off on that and inform you guys about what commercial solar in Texas.
Right.
That's where our home base is, in Texas, where we have officially moved into Florida and Oklahoma. I don't know if I told you that.
No, I did not know that.
Dang, bro.
We've got a GC license that we can work underneath in Florida, and we've got a lot of opportunities there. One of those of which that you kind of presented to us through the Black Star.
Yeah, you're still working Black Star?
Yeah, we actually have a meeting with Black Star here pretty soon.
I might wreck that party. Show up at the meeting.
Absolutely, come on with it.
Yeah, okay.
Morgan had a conversation with Rod last week, and I'm supposed to be meeting with him this week sometime. So,
Sweet.
Yeah, we've got a lot of opportunities.
So,
government, Florida, Colorado. We're looking at expanding to Colorado.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about that. So whenever people are, looking at any commercial project, right? I think they're looking at a lot of times the financial side.
Oh, of course.
Right? When sometimes a homeowner is willing to pay more for quality, not that a business owner or a board is not, but price point tends to be the big thing. I met with a business owner the other day for a commercial proposal. He liked it. He was excited about it. I said, well, what part is the most exciting? He didn't mind the number.
Really?
I said, well, what part is interesting you the most? He was like, man, the ROI.
Yeah.
The return on investment.
Yep.
So let's talk about commercial return or the commercial price point. When it comes to a flat roof and somebody's bringing in multiple contractors, are there different products that are like leading edge right now that you're aware of that have a good price point?
Yeah, I mean, probably it's been popular for the last, I don't know, 10, 20 years maybe. TPO is probably your best price point.
TPO is the white foamy. Is it foam?
No, it's a thermoplastic.
Thermoplastic,
yeah,
okay.
And
what does TPO stand for?
Thermoplastic, TPO.
Okay.
And
what does the O stand for?
What does the O stand for?
I don't know.
Yeah, so, but they also have a SPF roof. It's one of those things where sprayed polyurethane foam. It's one of those things where it creates a better R value.
Okay.
You know, you have a roof that's
and explain R value, just short definition.
That's your expertise, right?
Yeah. So R value is, in a very, very simple explanation, how unlikely that product is going to allow air to travel into the attic space or the house, but in this case, an attic.
So it's basically a closed cell foam that you go over. It's more cost effective, but it takes a lot more maintenance. Every 5 years, you have to recoat it to make sure that foam is not getting degraded by the UV rays.
Right, and that's TPO?
No, that's the SPF.
The foam product.
Yeah, we're actually doing it right now in Granbury, Hood County. We're doing a government job for the county, and somebody came in years ago with SPF and just sprayed it all on there. And it's a process that has to be. It's very tedious.
And then you have to.
There's a lot involved.
You have to have a maintenance agreement.
Yeah,
to like come back and stuff.
Exactly. And temperatures have to be just right for that to be installed, and so it's just completely messed up. That roof, it's been leaking for a long time. So we're actually coming back with a new material. It's not a new material. It's a material with the Garland Company. It's a hot mop material.
Okay.
It's a flat roof, basically.
Yeah.
We're putting on a modified that's it's going to change everything.
Okay.
I mean, it's completely, it's for higher traffic. So if you have a roof that has higher traffic on it, they've got a lot of AC units up there.
Okay.
So we know there's going to be a lot of people on there. If we're going to put a TPO roof on there, it's very likely that it's going to be cut. It's going to need a lot of repairs.
So drone roofing right now has the Hood County, some stuff with the county.
Correct.
Some projects. And what other big, ridiculous projects do you have going on right now?
We're looking at doing the SMU Tower next.
Okay.
For Southern Methodist University.
Okay.
It's
and it's actually I should know this probably, but it's like a high tower. Like
correct. Yes.
Okay.
I guess they could. Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah.
How many stories?
13 or 14 stories, and we offer. I mean, I guess something that commercial wise, what I wanted to separate ourselves from everybody else. That's.
So how do you guys do that? How do you separate yourselves?
Well, number one, it's with the drone. There's a lot of people out there working with drones, using drones, but how we use them is a little bit different.
Okay. So people from all industries right now.
Oh yeah.
Right, roofing, gutters, commercial windows.
There's less
liability. A lot of people are beginning to fly drones.
Yeah.
So is it unique, or what makes y'all unique? For one thing, you secured the business. You secured the name.
Right, yeah.
Which is crazy, right?
Yeah, that was... so let me tell you how it started, if we have time for that.
Yeah, go for it.
So we were talking about Lee Haight earlier. What's up, Lee? Anyways, I started doing some roofing with him right after you and I were working. We kind of met in the roofing industry.
Yeah.
I went to work with Lee, and there was a unique drone sitting there in his office, just sitting there. And I'm like, Lee, what's up with this? What are you doing with this?
Yeah.
And anyways, it wasn't working. So I said, let me take it with me. Let me see if I can get it to work.
I was at a solar company. Somebody gave us a drone.
Yeah.
we didn't know what to do with it, and it had a code.
Yeah,
I guess some of them have codes.
Yeah, you couldn't get in it. You couldn't use it.
He finally figured. It sat in his office for months, and he finally hacked it.
Yeah.
But so go ahead.
Yeah. So we there was a group of guys. We all grew up together in Granbury that we decided we wanted to try to start our own business. And Lee knew that we were entrepreneurs coming into it. You know, we told him we were, you know, looking to do something like that. So I took that. I saw the vision basically there. I saw the future of what it could be applicable for in the roofing industry. And I said, let's brand it now. Like, do it.
Let's
so we did it. We branded it. And, you know, we started thinking about creating our own software so that we could do measurements and so that we could do all this stuff. There's already some stuff like that out there, you know, Geomni and all these other companies. But we have a sister company. It hasn't launched yet. We've kind of done a soft launch. It's called ADDI, Allied Data Industries. And that's really the tech side of what we're doing with the roofing and construction.
So when you take your drone off the ground and you fly it, are you able to measure the roof?
Yes and no. So we're in the middle of developing our own software that does that.
So there's software that does that
there already
right
is
now.
Software, but yeah, so I mean, we have DoD certified hardware and software. Okay, so a lot of this is kind of non-disclosure, Department of Defense. Non-disclosure. So it should be launched when we start this Granbury job. We have the ability to fly in the air 24/7 without coming down. So on a commercial job, when you're looking at something big, there's a ton of equipment, there's a ton of materials. That stuff walks off the job site.
Yeah.
How are you going to find out? Well, we have a drone in the air that's not only monitoring, it's giving you a micromanaging tool where you can see your job from wherever you want to be.
So when your jobs are being installed, you're going to have a drone.
Correct.
Filming.
24/7.
Kind of like a security camera.
Correct. And the people
so your employees or your roof installers, you know, have to.
Oh yeah, they
got to be good.
Correct, and that also makes them work differently.
That's a good idea.
You know,
paid and right. You hear that? All right,
call me.
I want this.
We can set it up for you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's quality control, dude. That's
correct.
That's nice.
That's quality control. It's peace of mind to the business owner, to the property owner, knowing that they know what's going on 24/7. They see what's going on, and before
can the customer watch the film live?
Yes, they can. We have to send them an encrypted link that goes to them, and it goes directly to them.
This is crazy stuff. Okay.
They can't share it. Nobody else can see it.
Okay.
If I send the link,
and this is something that you and your team are creating.
Correct. And it's there's more to it than that. It doesn't. Okay. We do a lot of stuff.
This is good. I'm gonna be honest, bro. And I think you're doing bigger stuff than I am because that's big.
Well, you're doing a lot of big stuff too, man. Your company's growing. I've been watching you. I've been following you. You know, and we've been staying in touch. You know, we've did a roof for you guys down in Corpus a couple months ago.
I'm just thinking. I might have to call around the family, invest in this. This is big.
But you know, we met some really good people. There's a company that we're involved with in this. That has the DoD certifications. They build simulators for the Raptor drone for the Department of Defense, and great group of guys, great engineers, great people, and we saw this vision and just kind of came together, put it together, and it's all kind of coming to fruition right now. You know, we've been through a lot of stuff since last October, and I've been really putting my focus on what I know is going to really grow our business, and that's relationships.
Yeah.
And transparency, and if you can create that on your, not only with your customers, your clients, your people that you're working with, it's gonna be better than anything else that you do, whether it's marketing or whatever.
So a major concern with hiring, right, the scary word contractor,
right,
is what are they going to do once I sign the agreement,
exactly,
sign the dotted line?
What's next?
So because, right, you have project managers, you have team leads or whatever, installers, you got the installers, you got the helpers. Yeah. So a lot can happen on any install.
Well, not only that, even the inspection, like the initial inspection. I've heard of people getting up there and taking hammers and hitting stuff. So I don't have to get on your roof for me to tell you that it's damaged. You can stand in the yard with me and we can fly the drone. You can watch it. It's a fun process, and it's trust. It's just a level of, and that's in our brand. That's in our name. That's what we wear on our sleeves and on our shirt, and so that's
By the way, what is on your sleeve there?
Okay, so this is our logo, and then I've got the American Policyholders Association.
Okay.
That's it's very we could talk about that all day long.
Yeah.
It's a watchdog organization, 501c4 that helps protect policyholders.
Okay.
I'm a board advisor with the American Policyholders Association, and
are they involved? They're involved in residential and commercial.
They're involved in just insurance,
any
claims
insurance
in general.
Claim policies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Claims.
Yeah, they're trying. There's engineers out there that are creating fraudulent reports. There's adjusters that are out there. Their job is to delay, deny, and defend, and we're trying to protect them against that. The executive director actually, I think it's 7 or 8 years. They just got in their home after 8 years of trying to get their claims handled.
Yeah.
It's insane what people have to deal with. It goes back to the beginning when we just said it's a complex thing, and if you don't know what you're doing, even if you do know what you're doing,
I got to bring this up.
It's a fight.
So we're both from Granbury, Texas.
Right.
I started Spark Solar in Corpus. You brought drone roofing
down to Corpus.
Rockport, Corpus. That locals have PTSD for real.
Yeah, man.
About how they were treated or lack of treatment by the insurance companies. Right?
Yeah.
People are actually, during solar appointments, will bring up like how they didn't have an insurance claim handled
correctly
after the hurricane.
Yeah. They didn't know who to work with either because there's so many people coming in trying to help.
So and then commercial, was there a lot of commercial property damage?
There was. I'd say in the area that we were working, a lot of the commercial damage was had been there. Some of the damage had been there, and y'all
worked a lot of that though, right?
We did. We did. We got into some commercial. Actually, I had a little taste of commercial my first year in business. We did some stuff for the commissioners in Glen Rose. We redid a metal roof on the Squaw Valley Golf Course.
Okay.
And so that was my first taste of commercial.
Cool.
And
we actually re-roofed the mayor's, or re-roofed, excuse me, put solar on. We put solar on the mayor's house in Glen Rose, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Glen Rose is a great place. There's a lot of opportunity there. I know there's...
it's a beautiful town. I love Glen Rose.
It's a great place.
Yeah. Big rocks. You have kids, right?
Yep.
How old are your kids?
One just turned 5, and one will be 4 in November, so they're 16 months apart.
Okay. So I got 3 times as many kids as you.
3 times?
Yeah, bro. 6.
You have 6 kids?
6 kids. Yeah, man. So Big Rocks used to.
So how do you juggle that and be a business owner? 6 kids.
So I've always been in some type of sales or startup company type of thing. Spark is out of startup phase.
Right.
Praise God.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Now, commitment, organization, and mindset.
It takes a team, doesn't it?
It does. So the reason I think Spark Solar has done so well is that I didn't try to do everything myself.
Yeah.
I think a lot of, specifically construction companies start up and they just stay solo.
Yeah.
We built a team of like-minded people.
Really
I built this team with my cousin's husband, so it's a family business. And we came into this thinking and knowing we're not going to build a little thing. Yeah. Like, we are going to create a legacy.
Well, with a name like Spark Solar, you know that's something that's going to be big.
Yeah, dude. We actually, like, I'll tell y'all real quick where that name came from, because we didn't know what to name the company. And I was even thought about not putting solar in it. You know how a lot of the companies their names don't even make sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, maybe we'll just name it like, mat, doormat. I don't know, whatever, right? Just anything, and then brand it. We actually got this name. I had some missionary friends that I asked, hey, what should I name the company? Can y'all pray about it? And they shot back in a Facebook Messenger. They are in India. Name it Spark Solar. And I was like, let's go.
Sold.
Yeah, we're like about to start a wildfire.
You owe them a lot of money once it blows up.
Yeah. Actually, I should. They need help over there. So, that's. Anyways, what were we talking about before?
Well, we were just talking about commercial and really, like, what's your plans for commercial? What's your
Spark Solar's plan?
Yeah, what's Spark's?
So we have done some commercial projects. They've all been pretty small. People. So we did a little shopping strip down, I think, in Kingsville. I think it was. I didn't head that up. And we did. There's been two or three or four residential sized projects that some of our solar advisors spearheaded, and they all went really well, really smooth. They were all like cash payers trying to get a tax credit. I need that tax credit and I want the solar. So what the reason, one of the main foundational purposes we started this company was to do commercial solar. Yep. We said, my business partner and I paid, and we said, man, who's doing commercial solar in Texas? It's mainly like your installer and engineer, technical type of people.
Is Solar City doing that?
Solar City got bought out by Tesla.
Correct.
I've never heard of them doing commercial. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I've never heard of it. Of them. Excuse me.
We're live. Coffee. It's all good.
Yeah. We'll edit. Oh, yeah. Taylor will edit that out. Dang it. I've called him Tyler, and his name's Taylor. I'm sorry, dude.
That's all right. I get called Taylor all the time by my crews. Like, Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, Mr. Taylor. All right. So we started this company with the purpose to do commercial solar.
Right.
And we were working. We probably had 10 deals in the pipeline. We found from the very beginning, okay, nobody's going to call us because nobody's doing it. Right. It's not like they're like, well, let me figure out how I'm going to do solar. Googling commercial installers. Nobody was doing it. So we were cold calling, saying, hey, let us get you some information. Let's get you a quote. We'll get you a proposal. We'll work the deal. And business owners are busy. I get cold called all day.
Dude, it's annoying.
By text, Facebook Messenger. Some people are brave enough to call me on Facebook. I mean, you get emailed. It never stops, right? So we were cold calling business owners on solar, and we created a process, and we got some quotes and some feelers out there, and people were really interested. Yeah. We actually were talking with some of the same people down in Corpus that you were doing research for, and we were talking about solar. And really what it boiled down to is the business owners we were talking to had a board, and the other people on the board weren't really even interested in entertaining. Yeah. Like, didn't even want to hear what solar could do for their budget and for their finances.
Man, which is sad.
Man, you're talking about returns on investments. The ROI is less than 5 years. Yeah. That's ridiculous, right? So it's phenomenal, but certain people aren't willing to listen. So now we're at a point right now where we are officially re-engaged going after roofs, commercial and business roofs, because if we don't do it, we are doing an injustice to Texas.
Course. Yeah.
Right? We got the 30% tax credit.
How long is that going to last? Do you know?
As of right now, it's set to last until December 31st of this year. Okay. Then it's going to drop a little bit.
A little bit. We don't know yet.
Yeah, to 26%.
26%.
Yeah, there have been.
People should jump on that now, dude.
Yeah, that's it. That 4%, believe it or not, is a massive difference when you're talking large commercial projects.
Of course.
An average residential project is losing about $1,200 worth of savings come 31st of December.
What it always boils down to is just education.
Yeah.
You just need to be educated. I mean, that's just about the whole process. If you have a way of explaining, like this whole thing that I'm sitting right here with, the training that I talked to you about, there's tools in this from the SVG group. SVG group is a Storm Ventures group that we're involved with, we're affiliated with. We utilize that platform for training, for all sorts of things. You can put those goggles on a homeowner and explain to them the process. It does your job for you. It's an educational thing. It's an entertainment thing. You're making it more comfortable for the homeowner. So you just got to educate them. That's it.
These, that's a 3D thing?
Yeah.
I put those on one time at a customer's house.
You can get on a roof right now and do a roof inspection with the president of SVG in Arizona.
Is that okay? Well, I put one on it at a customer's house, and they had a Jurassic Park game or something. I don't know. I remember dinosaurs. Like, oh, this is cool. Took them off because I was in a solar appointment,
Yeah.
But no, I think it's so somehow. Wait, you're watching the drone through that?
No. So, there's eventually going to be. I think we're going to work on a drone course with Anthony. If Anthony will hurry up and make his mind up. No. Anyway.
Let's go, Anthony.
Yeah, come on, Delmedico. So you can get on a roof. You can do an inspection. Yeah, turn that booger on. You can do an inspection on a roof. You can sit at the table and ink a deal with. Yeah, just there's a power button right in the front. It's got all the training you need to know about. If you want to do commercial, if you want to do residential.
So you're saying
door knocking.
This is a training tool.
It's a training tool
for consultants or
for anybody wanting to be in the roofing business. Any kind of construction.
This is gonna mess up my hair.
Well,
what it looks like? What's going on here?
There you go. That's perfect.
Really?
Yep.
All right. You want me to put it on?
Yeah, put it on.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
Is it on? Shouldn't there be a light?
Yeah, hit that button right there.
Is it charged?
Yeah. Is it not coming on? Oh, man.
It's all good.
Well.
Regardless, if I put this on, what would I see?
So you put that on, and then you're going to have a lot of options. You're going to be sitting in a room, and it's crazy. It's like a big warehouse. And you can click on, Anthony's story to hear how he started what he started and why he's doing this. You can also look at sitting down with a homeowner. You're actually physically there. You're getting walked through the process of what it's like to sign a deal with residential customer, or doing an inspection on a roof from beginning to end. Or there's other things like commercial. Wanted to look at doing commercial.
So instead of sitting in a office learning and then doing a ride along, you're actually like live training, but in a short period of time.
You can go to the office. I mean, so when Lee, if you're watching this, whenever I started with Lee, we met at a 7-Eleven on the corner of a neighborhood that got hammered outside of Crowley. And was like, all right, this is what you need to say. This is what you need to do. I'll give you $50 if you get this, $100 if you get that. Sign the deal. Just get us on the roof. So it was really quick, streamlined process, however simple it was. If you could go to the office before you ever even go out and see what it's like and what you're about to get into, it's a lot better for you to go out there knowing some of these things. Rather than going out there blind and not knowing what to say. There's people out there that can talk to anybody. You and I could probably go up to talk to anybody about anything, but there's people out there that don't know what to say and get afraid because they don't have the confidence in what they're trying to sell. Well, there it is right there. It does everything for you.
So how could you, is there a way for your customer to see?
Yes. So there's a way you can get this, you can put this on the customer's head and they can put it on and they can see.
So if you're at a business if you're say if you go to
and it breaks the ice, man.
We'll say we're going to Tarrant County newspaper. So put this on, Mr. Tarrant County newspaper man. All right, he's going to put it on.
I want to show you something. This is educational. This is going to help you kind of understand.
And what's he going to see in here?
What's he going to see?
Yeah.
He's going to see a lot of stuff, but you want to. There's a specific I guess it's not a training tool, but there's a specific thing that you can click on that's for a business owner or a homeowner that just explains to them the process of how things work and why we're here. What are we doing? And so education. That's what it comes down to. You're trying to educate your.
So that's a really good point. Now, people don't know about. We'll talk specific business owners. Business owners know very little about solar.
Yeah.
So that's actually something that we need to do.
Well, tell me, what do they need to know about solar?
Well, they need to know that right now. We'll talk. What do you need to know before solar?
Before December.
Okay, we'll say
And before solar.
Right now, we have option A and B. Right, option A is you're paying an electric bill, and that's it. Right,
and it's just always going to.
It's just a bill. I mean, it's
something you can't pay off.
It's something you can't pay off, and it never stops. Solar gives a business owner or an organization an opportunity to lessen that bill.
Right.
That that you would never have an opportunity to lessen. In some instances, we can eliminate the energy charge, but commercial solar allows your energy budget to lessen, which is right. Lowering your bottom line.
ROI is 5 years. Right?
Lowering your bottom line. Now, with that savings there that you're getting, if the project is financed, then we want to see the savings. We want to see if we can plug in the payment to be less than
what you're
paying.
Is.
Right. That's called cash flow positive day one. Boom. Right. Let's go. And a lot of our financing is zero down. So there's really nothing that happens to the business owner or the location other than solar goes on the roof, bills lessen. That's it. It's really that simple. But people aren't willing to take the plunge because a lot of people aren't.
Right.
A lot of people aren't willing to take the plunge because of the uncertainty, because people aren't doing it here.
Right.
I could call up random solar companies in Florida right now and say, hey, do you have any commercial projects underway? Oh, yeah, we got ABC High School and 123, this and that, and just all these projects. But
why do you think Texas is so far behind? I mean, we have more. Don't we have more sun days than?
We have actually, unless I'm wrong, somebody correct me, more sun hours than Florida.
Yeah. Just
because of something weird with the way the Earth is structured. I don't get it. Apparently, we have more sun hours, but it takes initiators to say, I'm going to do this.
Right.
Which actually in Burleson, there are some large buildings that have solar on them.
But it's good for you guys to be on the cusp of that, because you know that once people start seeing that in commercial, it's going to be a race to the...
Man, commercial solar is a no-brainer. It makes more sense than residential.
Now, let me ask you this. So what are the benefits, say, of a commercial business owner? You have to obviously put a solar job on a sound roof.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits for a business owner of doing a roof at the same time as in the same type of deal?
It gets tricky, but if the roof is needed, it becomes a part of the solar project.
Right. So you can actually...
This is the foundation of our solar project. These materials are needed to do our solar.
Right.
This must be done.
So you can get
all that goes on our agreement.
So you can get a 30% tax cut off of that, rolling it into the solar.
Yes. Now, it's kind of tricky. The projects have to all go under the umbrella of Spark Solar.
Right, of course.
And then we have to sub out the roofer. So if the business owner has roof damage and wants solar, then okay, I'm going to take care of your roof and your solar, and we're gonna get you, it's all going to be a solar agreement.
Right.
And it's all going to be on a one boom itemized agreement, and then we'd sub out to somebody like you guys, right? So the incentives are firstly, you're lowering the energy rate.
Right.
2, you get a tax credit, 30%. So if the project cost, example, $100,000, you get a $30,000.
Dude, that's a huge
dollar for dollar tax credit. That's a lot. That's a big tax incentive. And then on top of that, you get a tax depreciation.
Okay.
So you get to depreciate the project.
How does that work?
So a credit is based off of what you owe, meaning, man, we owe a lot of taxes. This is going to help us lessen what we owe. A tax depreciation is lowering your gross income on paper. Gotcha. So if your business grossed $1 million for the year, and you do a $100,000 project, you get to write off that $100,000, and it becomes a $900,000 income. So you're lowering your income on the IRS paperwork by $100,000, which is $100,000 less money you owe on.
Gotcha.
So your tax incentives all over.
Yeah.
And there are some more details on that tax depreciation, but the point is you're taking off about 55% of the total gross cost, voomp, on the commercial project immediately. That's big.
That is big. That's huge.
Big.
It's huge.
And it's not always going to be that way.
No.
So
I mean, at least we know it's going to be that way till December 31st.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, there's some people pushing the extension of the tax credit, but who knows? Yeah. You know, people push a lot of things that don't go through. So
yeah.
So that being said, you need to tell your commercial customers.
Absolutely.
I need to get you some information on solar.
At least start educating people, getting you in front of them, and letting them know what this is beneficial for them.
Yeah.
If you just look into it, that's the hardest thing. Just like you said earlier, we're so busy. We get thousands of calls a day. I showed some of my family the other day just my call log and emails and what I have to go through on top of actually running the business. It's crazy mess. And so
crazy.
When you're talking to business owners, you got a very short amount of time to really get their attention.
And really, that's all it takes.
Yeah, it's
I mean, roofing is simple. Solar is simple.
Very simple.
People just have to be willing to listen for a short period of time.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be in solar if it didn't make clear as day sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so black and white. So Taylor, if you own this building, I'd say, man, give me your electric bills. I want to make a proposal for you. Are you pulling them out of your pocket? Oh, thank you. So Taylor would give me the bills. In less than 24 hours, I'll have a proposal, tentative. Taylor, look at this. Oh my gosh, you have a 4.5-year return on investment. Isn't that great? Taylor, is that great? He says it's not good. What's good then? Okay, it's good. Okay. Then, all right, man. So who are your business partners? Oh, you own this by yourself? Okay, great. Let's see if we can get you approved for financing to see what the numbers actually come out to.
Financing?
Financing. That's a great question. So we have tons
of
options.
Yeah.
Like good options. We can get loans ranging from about 5 to 30 years. Now, in some areas, there's local financing.
Does that work for commercial too? Is there like a limit? Is there a limit of what they can get approved for?
So residential, we have solar banks.
Gotcha.
Commercial, it's different. We have what we would call these lenders. They're all different.
Yeah.
We have we're in Johnson County. If we were to go a little bit north of Tarrant County, they have a program specifically for business owners in Tarrant County.
Gotcha.
Through property taxes to finance solar. Okay. Same thing in the city of Dallas. There's, I think, about 10 different areas in Texas. Now you go to the East Coast or to the West Coast, there's all these local programs. They're local finance companies. Yeah. It's very strange, and it's through the county. But it works, and I get it, and I understand it, and I have a lot of connections. As a matter of fact, it's called PACE. It's a property assessment financing.
Gotcha.
So if this property has equity in the property, then we can take that equity and use it for financing.
Collateral.
Yeah. It's actually not collateral.
Okay.
It's crazy, but I could tell you another time maybe, or we could make a video about it, but.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. We could, kind of giving a little information.
People need to know about this.
Yeah, because same thing with roofing. I mean, just because you don't have an insurance claim,
right,
or it doesn't mean you don't have a damaged roof that's currently uninsurable.
Yeah.
If for some reason you don't have insurance or you can't get the insurance and you've been fighting with them, we offer financing as well, and up to $100,000.
As a matter of fact, I wish we could talk to every person in the United States right now.
We could be.
Listen up. If you own a business and the business has a roof on it and you don't have insurance, solar, the financing we can get specifically can go to millions of dollars. A lot of our lenders won't even lend under $200,000. Yeah. I'm working on a project right now for a church. The minimum amount this bank will even finance is $200,000, up to $5 million. We could finance the project and the solar.
Yep.
And get the solar tax credits and tax deductions, which makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Guys, if you don't have insurance on your business, or if you're not insurable, adjusters won't work with you, solar and the roofing combo is a solution.
Absolutely.
It really is.
It's a huge solution.
Same thing for insulation.
You're getting a rate of return. You're getting a new roof. You're getting everything. You're now insurable.
Yeah.
And now you're saving money. Your premium is probably going to go down too. So,
as a matter of fact, in the residential space, specifically down on the coast where people have massively damaged roofs, a lot of them have insurance that they can't get to buy the roof.
Right.
So we have done a lot of residential roofs down there. We've actually used you for a couple,
we
right?
did. Yes, that's correct.
So we went to say, we'll call it Joe Bob's house. We went to Joe Bob's house, beautiful home, horrible roof.
Yeah.
He wants solar, so we can't put solar on this dang roof here. It's falling apart.
Yep.
So what we'll do is we'll finance the solar,
Yep.
and the financer allows us to add the roof in and get a tax credit on the full thing because it's a part of the solar materials at that point. At that point, those shingles and those nails are a solar material.
Yep.
And it's a requirement. So, and we finance it. So tell your friends and family, if you don't have insurance or if your insurance is not covering your roof, adding solar to that helps that roof get done.
Yep.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad you invited me here today.
Yeah.
This is stuff that we're expanding, we're changing, we're growing, we're doing all this stuff, and the more I get out here and do content like this is good, and I appreciate the invite, and I'd love to do it again. I think like you said, we could sit down and we could talk to all of our the people that we on our platforms on Facebook, social media, websites, all that. We could explain to them, do some education, actually sit down and educate them on the process, or they know, we've kind of explained some of the things that we can do. Now we can tell them how we can do that, and I think that'd be great.
Yeah,
I'll get the goggles charged up for you next time. Let you check that out. It'd be awesome to have some sort of solar program implemented into that, and maybe Anthony's already working on that. I don't know if he is or not, but that'd be super cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. So I want to hit a couple more categories before we close.
Cool.
So I do want to talk about in the commercial space. With business owners, what do you guys have? And I'm actually curious myself. Okay, if I were to introduce you to somebody that I have in mind right now, has a metal roof, and I know he's working a deal or trying to figure out
what he wants to do. You talking commercial, residential?
Yeah, it's commercial. Why? What does set you guys apart, truly, and just the whole process?
Well, the whole process. I mean, we're our connections really is not only our connections, but like we discussed earlier about the whole drone process. If we get to a job and there is an insurance claim or it's been denied.
Let me interrupt.
Go ahead.
You told me that y'all have where the customer can. The customers during the install can watch.
Yes.
How do you keep your customers updated during the process?
Right now, before we've launched, when we use an app called Company Cam, and matter of fact, that's how I kept you guys updated on the jobs that we did. So we'll fly the drone during the process, take video, take shots of, and then I can send you that link, and you can see the process. That's
now, what about the project
time
pipeline before the install?
The what now?
The project pipeline before the install.
What do you mean?
Like keeping the customer. This is where we're at with the insurance claim.
just how we communicate. Yeah, just our communication is key. It's always key, and you want to, whether they're happy or not, you want to be able to talk to them and to work through whatever's going on, whether it's an issue or whether it's, like this morning we have material on site on a big job and we don't have a forklift driver to be there.
Okay.
So you got to be able to, that wasn't something on our part, but it was a material supplier. You got to be able to handle those situations. Yeah, you got to be able to handle those situations no matter what you're doing. You got to have people in place, or you got to have the ability to really just control the whole situation.
Right. Now, where's your office?
In Granbury. We're back behind the jail.
Okay.
That way nobody
mess with you?
Nobody's going to mess with me over there.
That's actually a great place to be.
Yeah, it's a half a mile from the airport, so, our business partner can fly in and boom, he's there at the office. I can pick him up.
Does your business partner have a plane?
Yeah. Well, he's
what? I want a plane.
You want to go for a ride on Saturday?
No, I'm going to the Cowboys game on Saturday.
He wants to go for a ride.
I got club tickets at the Cowboys game. You know what the club tickets are?
Mm-mm.
I had to research it. It's a club in the stadium.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's crazy.
So
we
when are we going?
You want to go?
You want to go to Rangers game? I'll take you to a Rangers game if you'll take me.
You got the Ranger hookup?
Yeah,
I got the Cowboy hookup.
Boom.
What?
There we go. He just wants to fly a plane.
Yeah, planes. I flew in a single engine airplane and threw up one time. So I don't know.
But back to the how we separate ourselves.
Yeah.
It's the transparency. He's like, no, I want to talk about planes. It's the transparency. It's being able to show everything. They can see everything. They see the process.
Yeah.
You're able to show them the process, walk through that process with them, and just don't overpromise and underdeliver. You have to underpromise and overdeliver.
Do you have a cool quoting tool for commercial?
Well, we're working. There's a really cool tool that
does the customer get a good? Because I've seen a lot of roofing proposals, and just so you guys know, I was in roofing before. This is how I got into actually selling. We used something. We used a very 90s looking type of
Excel spreadsheet
type of thing. Yeah.
Well, so one of the things that we're going to offer, that we're working on with the sister company, Allied Data Industries, is that drone. Our guys have been able to work in 10K for years. Mm-hmm. People don't even know that you can go over 4K.
Yeah. You mean that's the amount of pixels?
Yeah, 102 megapixels.
Per what?
So I'd be lying if I told you.
Square milli.
Yeah. Thingy. So we got centimeter, level accuracy, survey grade. So what we can do is we can scope the entire job. I'm talking about your entire property, your property line, your everything from the outside of the structure. A drone, it's not just something that flies. It can walk, crawl, swim. So we can run through. It's just a tool. And so we can run through the inside too. We can scope the entire job.
Can you go in the house with the drone?
Oh yeah. If you turn
Is it small? Is it a small?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at this one right here. This
That's a drone right there?
This is a drone.
I was wondering what was in that thing.
So this is
So this is a good quality one, or?
Yeah, this is a good quality. It's a DJI.
All right. How much was it?
I think the package for this is about $1,000. It comes with several smart batteries.
You can throw it.
And anyways, we'll be able to eventually scope the entire job. Through that, it will talk with the actual program that scopes through, the insurance companies use. It'll create the whole entire damage detection. We use thermal, LiDAR, sonar. All of these things will help you to actually develop not necessarily a quote, but an actual scope of work.
I call it
that would be based off of what an adjuster would do, but with irrefutable data. This is data that you can't refute.
We'll call it an interactive scope of work.
There you go, an interactive scope of work in your hands within 30 minutes of the time that you've actually flown that drone and completed your waypoints.
So you're controlling this from a phone?
Yeah.
I know a lot of them do the phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we'll have on our commercial projects, we'll have a trailer on site where you're basically station somebody in there to control all. You'll have your screens and your monitors, and you'll have Big Brother in the air tethered 24/7, watching the process, protecting the site.
Yeah, that's some 1989 stuff, dude.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. And so, and then that guy right there is just your everyday tool. You carry that around with you. You do inspections with it. You're showing the customer the damage. And then we bring out the big boys, the $10,000, $15,000, $30,000 drones. When we are able to pre-fly large areas or large scopes, or say a case where we're working on. Maybe eventually working with some attorneys where we would come in as expert witnesses, showing them the data, backing up the data, and utilizing that to prove a case where it's been denied or a report has been fraudulently created. chemical analysis. We can do all kinds of stuff with the drones. The technology's there. There's a lot of it out there being used, but we're just compiling it all into one platform and building a platform that is just going to streamline everything.
So when it comes to, because there's a lot of good old boy roofing companies.
Yeah, get up there with tape measure.
If you call them up, they're going to take care of you.
Of course they are. Some of them.
My father-in-law owns a roofing company in Hurst, and if you call him out, he's going to take care of you.
Yeah, of course.
He does residential, commercial, but he's done some cool stuff. Hospitals, state parks, and things like that. So there's the people that are wanting a more technical look at this is going to be a different breed.
Of course. Well, I mean, look, the people our age, there's a lot of us, our age that are starting to become business owners. They're deciding they're going to work for themselves more than, so you got to think about how they think. They think like this, cutting edge. What's the driving force that's going to, look.
Yeah. Some people don't think cutting edge is good.
Some people don't.
They think it's
new and it's scary, and it's it's to some people.
Some of them just think it's stupid.
Yeah.
But having this type of information and data, like we are a culture of data hungry information hogs.
Got to know the answers.
Like I know stuff that doesn't matter at all, and I'll never be able to apply it in life, right?
Right.
Like that's where we're at as a culture, just over info. But when you're looking at a major, everything's going up in price. Insurance, property values,
materials, right? Everything.
So whenever you're looking at everything becoming more expensive, maybe it is a smart move to look at things in a more intricate
look. Because if you're with somebody that's cutting edge, it's growing and adapting with the industry that you're involved in, they're going to have all those answers, and they're going to keep you from making those mistakes by laying it all out there for you in the beginning.
Yeah. Now in the solar sector, there's still a lot of guys going into houses and putting solar quotes on paper.
Yeah. Yeah, we still do that too,
I mean,
you got those people. I mean, dude, I've got people that work with me that they're old school.
Yeah.
Man. They,
Well, the thing is, we went to an appointment. A rep called me in a house and said, "Seth, man, I'm trying to compete against this guy. He really wants to go solar, but it's all about the price."
Yeah.
And this guy has this price at this size of a system, and it's going to give him 100% solar. And I'm looking at, so I got our app pulled up, right? So I'm tying in the slope, the pitch. I got everything in here, and I'm like, wait, this is like 60% offset, not 100%. So he's going to save 60% of his bill. So then I told the homeowner, hey, can you put your homeowner on the phone? Hey, Mr. Homeowner, I hate to tell you this. The quote that you're wanting us to compete against, it actually lied to you. I'm sorry, but it's not accurate.
And that's hard to tell a customer too.
It
how do
sucks.
they trust you if you're like, hey, my competitor's lying to you?
Oh, it sucks. And but the reason that we're able to do it is because we have the data.
Correct.
We're integrated with what's called pvwatts.gov. It's a government website. Not that I trust the government, but it's data.
We can edit that part out.
Yeah. It's numbers, right? Pitch, azimuth, direction. So when we plug it in, it's accurate. And so that is one of the cool things about being able to have software that is integrated with reliable platforms and systems. Any quoting software that we're going to use at Spark Solar is going to have accurate data.
Yeah.
And what it says our solar is going to produce, it's going to produce.
And then you're going to tweak it if it needs tweaking.
Yeah.
You're going to be right there.
Yeah. So when we're in the home, we're looking at the roof and we're like, that's about a 25-degree pitch. And we pull it up on the maps and we can see the direction. And we know what the solar hours are going to do according to how the sun moves. And then we say, all right, well, your solar is going to do this. Right. This is what it's going to do for you, which I think is more superior to paper.
Of course.
It's
just, getting everybody to move from that old school type system, because it's so much easier to track. I mean, dude, if I fill out a contract on a piece of paper, it's going to get lost in that truck that I live in.
I actually have lost contracts back when I was
It's going to get lost in that truck. Yeah. So if we're so busy, there's so much stuff that we're trying to do to make our industry better, our industries, And so it's just it's a choice. People just gotta choose to now, adapt or.
Your customers, just a random question. Your customers pay check and through like a mobile pay platform,
right? Yes,
like QuickBooks
like
or something.
QuickBooks, yes.
Okay. Real question. Since you've been in roofing, how many checks have you lost?
How many checks have I?
Have you ever lost a check?
I don't think I have.
Okay, you're just not okay. I've lost a check. I was just curious. I was hoping I wasn't the only one that's lost a check.
I mean,
have you ever scrambled for a check?
I might have lost it temporarily.
Yeah.
And then found it, and you know,
you're like, oh.
Yeah, I don't have to go back and ask for another one because that's unprofessional.
So that's another cool thing about technology, right? Receiving monies from our customer, being able to track invoicing instead of math and a calculator.
Right.
So with the commercial thing, we have what we call a performance analysis, where we can gather the customer's bills, enter in what their demand charges are, put the solar on their roof, with how we're going to install it, the materials, the measurements, the type of racking.
Is this software that you guys have created?
We haven't created it.
Okay.
We haven't created it. I know the owner of the company. The software tool that we use, I know the owner. We talk at least once a week, once or twice a week. And it allows the business owner to see like literally how many down to what your solar is going to produce in February.
See, if I was a business owner, man, and I had access to a solar company that had that kind of tool. You know, it's my wife's that way. She wants to see it. She wants to see it down to the nth degree. Mm-hmm. If I could see where my money's going and see how I'm going to get that ROI, dude, that's a no-brainer. If I was a property owner,
I'm going to just flash.
Okay.
I'm going to flash something. Yeah, what's up?
One question before we it's off subject.
Yeah.
Solar shingles. Mm-hmm. What do you think about them?
I mean, I'm sure they're going to come somewhere someday soon. I think that,
didn't Tesla do something
since
already?
I've been in solar, which I don't even know what year
you've heard talk about it.
Like, just from the day one.
Yeah.
And where's it at?
That's why I'm asking. Like, what's going on?
Check it out. You know what a Decra is, right?
Of course.
Style.
We install Decra. Stone-coated steel.
Stone-coated steel.
Yeah.
Stone-coated steel. You got are they 1x2s? You lay the 1x2s on the roof.
Yes.
You're going to lay them out over a whole plane. And you're going to put the product down.
Correct.
It's the same, similar to the solar shingles.
Okay.
But there's inverters underneath
each one
converting the electricity. Right? If one goes down,
they're all down.
Well, but you have to pull the shingles up to get to that product. And hopefully,
so they're trying to figure out another way to.
I don't know what they're doing, but I know that's the problem is maintenance. Something goes down, we got to tear up that part of the roof, get up under there, and the installer may not have mapped it properly to where he knows exactly where the inverter is, so he's going to have to take off a whole area. So that's the problem.
If you had some sort of technology, you could see where that was.
X-ray.
Let me know.
Yeah, all right. X-ray software next. So. I think it's going to go somewhere. I know the product is going to make it into the marketplace.
Yeah.
People have it right now because they were piloting. Unless I'm wrong, correct me somebody. But I think the only people that have solar shingles are pilots. But I think that solar panels alone are producing so much power. Like one solar panel right now that we're using. We'll say we're using a basic 310. A good south-facing solar panel is going to produce about 496 kilowatt hours.
Wow.
So that's a year. So like one panel is going to produce about 41 kilowatt hours. I think most people are using about 1,000 kilowatt hours a month. So let's see. So one panel would save about 4% of the bill. Our average system size is about 40 solar panels. Yeah. And so
how long does it take to install?
The install process?
Yeah,
oh man, when I first got in solar, it was a full day of work. Yeah. The guys are just fast.
They do 2 or 3 a day, right?
They're so fast.
Yeah.
And the racking, the way that it's all made now, it's all made click, 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 and it's just good quality stuff.
It's awesome.
About a day. A massive project like your 35-acre roof project you have going on or whatever?
Well, I don't have one going on, but we're We're going to
You're
be
working on it.
Yeah.
If you get that project, and we put solar on it, right? That would that would take a few weeks to install.
Yeah, it'd take quite a few weeks.
Yeah.
What would be the benefit for just a landowner, property owner to
go solar?
To put their own little.
We can do that. That's called a solar farm, a small solar farm. You want to have an electric company nearby that is deregulated,
right.
Not a co-op.
Not a co-op, because they're
not set up for it.
Yeah.
Most co-ops have contracts with their energy provider to only use them, where companies like Encore, in this area, Centerpoint in Houston, right? There's all these other ones. You can tie into their grid, and they'll pay you for your production.
They'll have a buyback rate.
Yeah, so it works. You need to be near a deregulated market.
Gotcha.
Usually. Now, it can be extremely profitable.
Yeah, so for people looking to do something like that, they need to know where to look for land. And so
so if you own, say, 30 acres, you can make a good amount of money off of an acre.
Yeah,
you're talking a massive solar system, and you can get it funded and financed. Of course, you have to have income and credit, and we can get it done.
Yeah.
So we've quoted a few, but because of the power companies, which were local small co-ops, they weren't willing to work. Yeah. So. Yeah, you want to end this?
Yeah, that's fine, man.
All right. So, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
Spark Solar, drone roofing.
Any of my customers, anybody in my friends, clients that are seeing this, if you have any questions about solar, hit me up and I'll direct you straight to Seth.
Thanks, guys.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I've been following you for a while now. You know, we've stayed in touch. We've done some work together, and I like what you're doing. I like how you're growing your company and how
we're growing it, man.
It's awesome, man.
It's crazy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yep. Thank you. So we're now to 4 offices, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man.
With
so
people
you got
in them.
Corpus, Granbury.
Granbury's moving to Burleson, so Corpus, Burleson. Secret location. That's a honey hole. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, we don't even have it on the website. We hit a hot market.
Good, man. That's awesome.
So, and then we have a 4th office that's in Stephenville. Our VP of sales lives in Stephenville.
Okay.
And he was tired of driving all over, so he got an office.
Popped one up.
I said, all right, man, let's do it. Whatever.
There you go.
Whatever.
Well, cool. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Cool, man.